Welcome back from Car Week. What did everybody think so far? I mean, it's been, what?
A week.
A week since we came back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has it?
It's been a week since Car Week.
Well, a week since Car Week, yeah.
Yeah.
How's everybody recuperating? What was their rehab when they got back?
Sleep.
I went straight to work.
I went straight to work, but the first 2 days after work, I slept for like 14 hours, maybe 16 until I went to work the next day. Just a little catch up.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. I went back to work too, and I tried to sleep anywhere as much as I possibly could, because that first day was like a 2 Red Bull day, 1 to work and 1 from work, because I'm like, I'm not falling asleep on the road.
Nope. Thankfully, I had a light workload when I got back. Boss man was on vacation too, so didn't have a lot. I was able to rest and relax a little bit.
Yeah, it was comfy. Wasn't too hard of a day.
Nah.
But
Well, let's just dive right back into it. What was the favorite car you saw?
Polestar.
You did get to see
I
like
did.
the one you wanted to see.
The one that you
I know.
the one I was
What was
like,
it?
really? What did you say? The one on the green one, yeah.
What?
What was it?
It's based off, I think, the 6, the BST Polestar.
Oh.
The
I think
fancy
that's
one
what
with
it's
all the
called.
arrow.
Yeah.
That was cool.
The Goodwood car.
Yeah.
That was super cool.
That was a good wood
Yeah.
car. Did it have the sticker on it?
It had
Goodwood
seat
sticker on
belts
it?
that I don't know. I didn't know. I'll have to look at my pictures.
I saw a
The
couple
seat
cars
belts
on the
were
lawn that
stitched
had
said
Goodwood
though.
like stickers
Yeah,
on it.
I saw that too.
It's been a good. The CLK GTR had a Goodwood
Was that the
sticker
one?
on it.
Okay. I missed seeing that.
There was so much.
Yeah.
It was.
That's a
Overwhelming.
toss up because the blue and yellow F40 at Pebble.
Yes.
the
the
blue and
silver.
yellow F40.
Yeah.
When we broke into
BLM.
when we broke over the chain link fence next to the Bugatti race car
one.
edition, the EB1, because they had
was the Swedish color
they
one.
had
It's from Denmark.
EB110 race car, F40 race car.
Yeah,
XJ220,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. I was
There,
thinking.
the
okay. I was thinking.
the one that
okay.
the one that won.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they pushed
okay.
it. It's between that and what was the other one that I just thought of? There's so many cars that just bounce around.
Mm-hmm.
The silver one that we saw on the rollback.
That
the
one was
the
cool.
silver F40 LM
I wish we'd seen it closer.
that we are curated brought.
We have no pictures at all of that.
No,
No.
there's there's multiple
Just 4
amazing
witnesses
cars.
that we all
That was
saw.
a 30-second. Oh my
There's-
goodness.
There's a couple amazing cars that we saw, historic like pieces, and visual.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That one.
The bulldog.
The Bulldog was nice.
That
to
was
see.
cool.
That was pretty cool.
See,
to
I'm
see.
going on like poster cars that like I like grew up with. Like, it was really cool seeing a Viola SE 30 Diablo in the parking lot at the what was it? The Works event.
The Works
Works
Yeah,
reunion,
the
yeah.
Works Porsche reunion. And then when we were like wrapping up our time at Car Week and dipped our toes in the sand, and we're like, "Oh, okay, we'll leave here."
It's
And
a
then
good
we round the
send-off.
next corner in the prettiest bay,
man.
like on the whole stretch, and bam, there's a Viola SE sitting there, right as
Was it the
sunset.
same one? Was it different?
Yeah, it was the same.
Was
Blue
it the same one?
blue
Yeah.
interior,
Yeah.
Well,
purple
a lot of
exterior.
the
It was the
Viola ones
30th.
were purple interior.
Yeah, but how many were there?
The plate was it the same Spain plate?
I'd have to look at my
I'd
videos because
have
I got
to. Okay.
videos of it parked there and that, but
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
the same wheels.
'Cause it was a Spain
everything.
plate.
Like,
it was the same wheel. Yeah,
If it
Yeah, 'cause
if it
it's-
wasn't the same one, then there were
A
two
lot of Viola
those.
SE30s came in like that spec.
Okay. Well, if
So
there were
it's-
two, if there
it
were
had
two
that
of
same
them,
Spain, yeah.
that would have been
Right.
insane. If not, it
But
was
this
just
is the
one.
place to see that because I think
Yeah.
last year there was more than 2 of them.
Really?
We had the cultivated collector had one, and I think the guys at Curated had one.
Probably.
Curated's had a few different Viola
Yeah.
SEs.
Yeah.
No, there.
This is the
If you
plate.
got the back of it, but
It's like ends in like GGY.
oh gosh,
Right, missed
right
it.
past it. But it was. I don't know. I'd have to look back through my photos because I know I got more photos than I did
Yeah.
video clips
Yeah.
when it was sitting in parking. But those are probably among the few.
It's the same one.
There's a few cars I went out there hoping to see that I didn't see, but there's a
Definitely.
handful of cars on the
Yeah.
list that I definitely did see. So
Well,
Sam, what about you?
Probably getting to see BMW M1.
oh yeah,
That was like
That was on day one.
That
day
was
two,
day one.
Day 3,
We
day
saw,
five.
yeah.
a race
we
car
saw
one.
driving,
Yeah,
one, and
the
then
stationary
we saw
one,
the
a
red
pro
one.
car.
night one we saw one parked. Was
Yep.
it night? Yeah, night one we
Yeah.
saw one in the little side
Because
spot.
what color was the first one that we saw?
I think it was the orange.
Was
Orange
it?
red.
Orange is red, so then it might have been the
orange is
same
red,
one.
the one we saw moving when we first got
Yeah.
into town, and then
Then we saw
red
a
one.
white one.
I think we saw a white one.
We saw
I
a
don't
white
think I
one.
saw that one. I remember the red one that was parked in that little back parking lot, and then seeing the pro race car on Laguna Seca. That was wonderful to see. Getting to see the Chimeras in person. That was the Evo 37s, right? Evo, whatever the Chimeras.
Chimera Evo
Yeah.
37.
Is that Evo 37? Okay.
And
the
then
Draco. I found
That
out that was
Draco
a
was
like
cool.
super rare, like maybe the only one car.
really,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. And then I think probably for me the last one was also that Diablo on the beach. That was
so cool.
that's like childhood poster car for me. So
With the scenery.
yeah,
We made our own posters.
Yeah, exactly. I have a few photos
yeah.
that I'm gonna definitely get printed. And,
I liked the Zondas.
yeah,
I'm glad we ran into Nero.
Two
and
of
then
them. Three of them. The
Zonda
Nero.
Nero.
The Nero was the first one
The
that we
green,
didn't get
the
pictures.
Cinque, the green Cinque,
and the
then the
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Yeah.
I just I'm in love with
yeah,
Pagani and how they made the Zondas, and I was reading more about not reading, watching videos about the Nero, and it's pretty much a tricolore because they made 3 tricolores, and it's pretty much one of those just in a black tuxedo. So it's a full kill attack Zonda in a black tuxedo.
that's the one we saw like
wild.
briefly driving.
Yeah.
Nobody got a knee
Yep.
picture.
Nope.
No,
That was
nothing. We
the
just
witness
all,
only
like,
car again.
Yep.
around the curve.
Yep.
Like
I saw the tail light. Singular.
It was the
tail
second
light.
time we've seen a CL. Well, this time we saw back in 2020, 2019, we saw BC with his CLK
Oh,
GTR
yeah.
rolling up beside us. This time we see a GTR race car went by us at the Tour del Elegance the
that
first
was
day.
the something to Miami or
Oh,
Miami
yeah.
to something Gold Rush.
Yeah.
that we saw him when he pulled up beside us.
Yeah. But then this time, the only CLK we saw rolling was the race car.
Yeah.
And on top of that, 5 of them in one place. Like I was looking at this one.
Where did we see the race car moving?
Tour d'Elegance, where we were on the side of the mountain?
The drive Thursday morning.
The drive Thursday
I
morning.
got a picture of that one.
Yeah, he came through. They all had to come through. The F40 came through.
Yeah.
I got that on film. I
Yeah.
got that on digital.
Yeah.
I got that on video.
Yep.
I got that one.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
there were
5.
there were just so many cars.
A roadster, a coupe, 2 coupes. Mercedes, like corporate, had 2 coupes. One inside the panel and the
by
one down
race
here.
service,
Yep.
yeah.
And we had the roadster, which is Faster LLC, I think his name is. The race car.
2 race cars.
2 race cars?
One on the coast
Yeah.
at Pebble, and the blue one inside.
No, that was the one at the coast.
There's
Coast
two,
on
there,
Pebble.
the one out by the F40,
Yeah,
the
there were two.
EB110,
There was
all
the
that.
blue.
There was that one, and then the one with the blue graphics all over it on the inside.
Yeah, there was the blue, and then there was the one
There
that had
was
the
2 race cars?
yeah.
Which one are we talking
Yeah.
about?
The CLK GTR.
GTRs.
Oh.
There was the blue one.
Before you got to the wedge Ferrari that was in open arms, no chains around it, the white and red one.
Like
Yeah,
this
there was
one.
There's
that
the
one.
blue
There
one.
was that. No, there was that one.
I'll
on
shut
the
up
I
on
know,
the
I know.
camera.
There was that one on the midfield. There was
I'm trying to find it. I'm sorry.
there was a silver
look,
one
too.
with graphics. Did you send him
I
the snap
feel like
this
I
week?
remember.
I guess the
this.
silver graphics is the one that I'm not.
But yeah, there was 2 race cars.
I have the Hot Wheels of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
The
Oh
G2.
my god.
Yeah.
That's
That is so true.
I have the Hot Wheels of
Two
that.
race cars,
Yep.
2 coupes, and a roadster,
Yep.
Yeah.
all in one place.
It was special for
And there's
this
only
year, right?
25 of them in the world, and we
Wow.
just saw. Is that 10%?
coupes.
15%?
Roadsters
I don't know how many.
5 out of 25.
and roadsters.
It's
We saw
1/5.
one of the same.
It's a
Yeah,
fifth.
1/5. So
The same-
20%. Yeah.
20%.
The same numbers for roadsters, like in a smaller scale.
Yeah.
We saw one of them. That's the same
That's
equation.
percentage.
almost.
20% of roadsters.
Yeah.
I don't know how many race cars there are. That's a number I don't know.
That's probably an unknown amount.
We
to be
saw-
fair.
'Cause especially crashed ones and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
The
we-
one that took flight at the Nürburgring, that's one that's
It was
gone.
on Exotics of Broadway, or is that one that you're counting?
That's Fast Air LLC. That's
okay.
the Roadster.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. That was the Bodenhouse one. That was at
Yeah.
their booth.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
We
so
did
pretty.
see at Sotheby's. Sotheby's.
Sotheby's.
Yeah.
Sotheby's.
We saw
Please tell me you're talking
that.
That's terrifying.
All right, back from some technical difficulties
Yep.
from our audio department.
We saw the two.
don't trust
CLK
batteries.
GTR race cars. The
Yes.
Roadster,
Yep.
and then the
And
the
2
handful
coupes.
of the coupes.
Yeah.
Um,
Did you see that AMG had the GT2? The customer racing GT2 there at the Mercedes booth? It kind of went like overpass, and I don't even know if we got pictures of it, but it's an AMG, not full GT3 track car, but it's a
Oh.
track car for a customer. So it's like a challenge car.
Mm.
They debuted it.
I don't know if I saw
Mercedes
that.
had a big thing on it.
I might have seen it, but I might not have known what I was looking at.
guys probably walked right past it.
So,
'Cause it looked like just a regular one, but it was a fully caged, full customer race car.
Where?
It was Race Car Light.
At their booth.
At
At their
Laguna-
booth where, because like Race Service had their GT3 AMG
Yeah.
there. There was the other AMG that looked like a street car, but it had a wing, it had a cage.
Oh, okay.
It had,
I think I
you
saw
could
that.
look at it and be like, that's not a street car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I saw it, but I don't.
I'll see if I have pictures of it.
I'm sure I got pictures, but yeah.
Yeah.
Meh.
Who knows?
Meh.
There was so much.
There was
There
so
was
much.
videos like we were riding back from you guys' house when we got back into Charlotte, and I think I'm pretty sure I saw it like I think when we were on the plane, and I watched it, and I was like, when did we see this car? And then I showed Sam when we were on the way home. I was like, there's videos that I don't even remember taking.
Yep.
And I showed him it was the blue G-Wagon Landaulet,
Oh yeah.
like the China blue.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And I was like,
which I don't
have
remember
no
seeing.
recollection.
And
of
I
just,
was on
like,
that side
taking
of the
that,
car,
and it was
too.
a quick 3-second passed us in traffic, but you just see everything out there. There's so much
There
of
was
this
so
and that.
much.
like-
You turned the corner and there was 10 new
Something
things to
else.
look at.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do we have any video or pictures at all of Sam being asleep when Stradman's Agera came up?
I have a video as we drove
Man.
past, and I was
No.
hoping there'd be audio, but there's
that would have been the
I
first
can-
Koenigsegg we'd
That was
seen,
amazing.
too.
I can maybe save like the Snapchat story of zooming in on the Koenigsegg, but not what I saw looking in the back seat.
So for reference, Sam decided, well, I
we
mean,
went to charge at like
11, 12 o'clock at
11:30
night.
at night. We were tired. We fell asleep in the
Plug
car while it was
Pacific
Plugged the
charging.
car up,
Yeah.
Pacific
took a
time.
nap.
So it's like 3, 4 a.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
Yeah, because this was also one of the first days.
Yeah.
It was like, I
yeah.
think it was the first day.
No,
Second. It was
It was the
Second,
second day because
yeah.
the first day
Still
we charged
adjusting.
in the morning. The second
Yeah.
day we charged at night.
Yep.
McKeever screams, at least me awake,
Yeah, it was.
shouting that there's a Koenigsegg like revving in the parking lot, and I kind of like wake up hearing something.
We all
and
kind of
I'm
wake
like,
up
wait,
because we were all a little dusty.
Well,
yeah, he was gone.
I apparently woke up.
Well,
Yeah.
and you can hear like I could remember something faintly, like as she was yelling, like there was a Koenigsegg in the parking lot at the Safeway, and we're done charging at that point, so we put it in drive. And I remember as we're putting it in drive, I look around and Brian's like situating the camera and this and that and whatever, and Sam's up and looking out the window and looks back for it, and he looks up at me, and we kind of acknowledge each other, and then we take a left out of the charging station, and bam, Koenigsegg. Sam, what color was the Koenigsegg?
I could tell you now because I know what color it is. But
he didn't even know there was a Koenigsegg there that night.
I had no
Per
recollection.
your recollection.
From my recollection, I remember we parked up to charge. I barely remember parking to charge. I was passed out. And I remember kind of like half waking up here and there. I don't remember hearing or seeing a Koenigsegg. The next thing I remember is pulling into the driveway at the Airbnb. So it was to my surprise the next morning when Travis told me that we'd
That
seen,
was so funny.
that I had apparently
We were
seen
like sitting
one.
there talking the next morning, getting ready to go for the next day. Waiting on you guys to come out of the bedroom. I was like, "Yeah, man, the Koenigsegg last night." He was like,
Huh? What did you see?
"Last night, Koenigsegg." I was like,
Yeah.
"The
A famous one, like HH.
Charge,
Yeah, like
Stratman,
this is
like,
Stratman. Yeah.
He was like, "Last night." Just like, "Yes, Sam, we saw a Koenigsegg last night." Like,
That was my
I was
my
like, "You were awake."
sleep side.
I don't know what you remember,
No.
but you were awake.
My eyes were open, but my brain was asleep. That's all I got to tell you.
And we're doing this here now and in the basement here because we ran full throttle from day one
Yep.
to as soon as we got onto that airplane.
Yep.
Yeah, we totally planned to do a
Podcast on the go.
Podcast in
a
the
midway
car,
podcast.
podcast
Yeah.
in the Airbnb. The Airbnb saw probably 4.5 minutes of us.
Yep. Enough to be in and out, sleep,
Yeah.
eat, shower.
Yeah, because you wake up, boom, we're gone
Mhm.
as the sun, if not before the sun is rising.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah.
What were you
And then
saying?
We get back way after.
Oh, do you remember the guy that was like trying to fight us for that charging spot?
In the
The same day as it was the
No,
same.
I was in and out of sleep.
Oh
that
my
was-
God,
that was
Travis
the
and I
day.
are about to fight somebody.
Oh, goodness.
No, we pull up like we get to the same said evening
Same
when he
evening.
missed the Koenigsegg. We pull up.
Yeah, I don't remember that
And-
happening either.
We pull up to this one.
Because we
It's kinda
waited
tempting.
a while.
We went to the other one, and then we came back because this one was closer or whatever, because we all got out, went in, got snacks and this and that. We came back out and get in the car, and we're waiting. We finally get the charge port, so we pull forward and start charging. As we're plugging the car up, this Taycan just starts like circling like we just chummed the water.
Yeah, we
Like,
did.
goes
This
to
was
that-
at like that
because
Safeway or
the-
whatever it was. Okay.
the
Yeah.
Hummer was charging at the other one.
I do remember
we were
the
at-
Hummer,
yeah.
yes. Yeah.
He goes to him and pulls in next, but the Hummer's already grabbed the one booth that's working and plugs it up. And he talks to him for a second, and then he comes over beside us. And
He literally
he
like
went back and
circled our
forth befo-
car.
Before I fell asleep, he went back and forth like
He looked at the
he
screen.
went from us
he,
to
like,
the Hummer
played
3 or
with the
4
screen.
times.
He came up and like literally looked like he was going to unplug our car.
That's
And
the
I was
last
just
little
like,
glimpse I remember before I passed out. I was looking over my left shoulder through over Sam through the back window because that's where the charge, and he's just like
He was hovering.
walking around looking at the car, looking at it's like it's not gonna charge any faster. Get away from it.
Yeah.
It was so
And then I
weird.
passed out.
And your window was down for a little bit.
and
I'm just like,
I
he's going to
needed the
come
fresh
over
air.
and
I had my window down, and that was my whole like back thought. I was having dreams of this dude like reaching through the window.
I
and
did
was like,
too.
if I wake up and he's close, I'm like, mm-hmm.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Our stories are all culminating over charging stories
Yep.
instead of
Right.
actual car week
Right.
stuff. Like
Oh,
that's when we had a
There
lot
was
of
good car week stuff, but
288
I thought I was
GTO
gonna
at
get
the
strangled
charging
while I was
booth.
taking
We're
it
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
why is there a
Yeah.
280 GTO just chilling here? And
that was another
Next thing you know-
another
That was
charging
cool.
story.
yep,
Yeah.
Mhm.
next thing you know, we have
CEO of
Draco.
Draco. Yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
and
That's a
they
cool
had the
car.
Draco GTE.
It was-
'cause
I
I
think it's
messed
the
up and said it was the
GTE.
Dragon.
Yeah, the
It was
Dragon's the SUV.
GTE. Yeah.
That was a
SUV.
beautiful
Wow.
car.
I'm glad we got back on that car because do you remember what he said when someone asked him, "Is this a concept or a production car?"
No, I didn't hear this.
The CEO
I do, but I don't.
chuckled and looked at the dude that asked. He goes,
Oh yeah.
"It's in production."
It's just
It's just
expensive.
expensive.
Oh, yeah.
I
was
overheard
like,
that.
"Oh my god."
I overheard that. That was great.
That was great.
That was so good.
Yeah.
But we looked it up. It's what 125 or 250.
No, it was
Four.
250.
It was 250.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that for the GT?
No. Oh, the GTA was yeah.
But
Mm.
the
That's-
owner was
yeah.
super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like didn't care that we were all over his car when he first pulled up.
Mm-mm.
No, that was cool.
He was
Asking
super
for a
cool.
charger cable for his phone, and then once we were all like drooling over his car, he's like, "Oh, you want me to pop the engine bay? Open it
That
up?"
was cool.
It's like, yeah. Like, no, he was super cool, super humble.
What was your favorite part of the trip? I asked you first what car was your favorite. What was your favorite memory of the trip? What was your favorite
The weather.
part? Right.
The
I
weather.
don't think we're
for
allowed to
one-
say the weather. That's all it was.
Yeah.
The weather was amazing. It was in the 60s, maybe early 70s, and we either had
We were
shorts,
shivering
hoodies,
in the morning.
shirts, pants. Like we were just
Yeah.
ultra combo.
1.2 million. Price per unit is approximately 1.2 million.
Excuse me?
For the GTE.
Wow.
They only
No.
made 25.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're watching this. I'm sorry.
Why?
I would totally go for a Navera instead. But
was
none of these
released
cars
in-
are selling.
It was released in 2020.
Nobody wants $1 million+ EV.
Yeah.
Like this, it came out of Matt Farah's mouth. He's like, "I'm sorry to so and so and so and so from Remac from this, but no one's buying $1 million+ EV.
Mm.
It's just."
I mean, if I
agree
had the
with that.
money, I'd get one just to be that one of 25 owner.
Yeah, but it's gonna be that car's gonna be obsolete
Exclusivity.
in a couple years. Like you won't be
cost you?
$1-2 million.
But this one holds 4 people.
I understand that, yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm saying any EV that costs over $1 million, I just don't think it's just a flex money kind of thing.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. If I
Because-
had it,
10, 15, 20 years from now, that car's gonna be obsolete.
Yeah.
obsolete.
Sorry, yeah. Because like
latte.
Absolutely.
that battery's not gonna last that long.
Insignificant.
Mm-mm.
And there's not going to be a good, like, if it's a Tesla, then sure, cool, it's easy. Everything's plug and play. But where are you going to get extra parts for these one of 25 cars that are electric?
Yeah.
That's difficult.
Yeah.
It's not like the new Bugatti Tourbillon, which everything's mechanical.
Yeah.
Well, on
You
top of
know?
that, it's got a massive brand behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Wait.
It's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
the
No.
one
A
dude that
starter company.
made a nice bag
Yep.
and then I'll make my own car company that didn't turn into Christian von
Yeah.
Koenigsegg
Yep.
or Horatio. Like,
Yeah.
so that's the gamble too. There's plenty of people that bought Mustangs, Camaros, and this and that back in the day that I'm going to make my own, like,
Yeah.
whatever. They tried to be the American Brabus or Shelby or this. Like, there's plenty of that
Yeah.
throughout the years. So that's why, in my opinion, it was cool to see that car at the charge
it was
station
still totally
because
Totally
it's
cool.
a nice benchmark to
Yeah.
see historically because
We don't have anything else like it.
next year we could be talking about it and he could be the next like Elon Musk
Yeah.
of
Mhm.
True.
electronic vehicle, or it could be a.
It all starts somewhere.
It could
Yeah.
go anyway.
Mhm.
Like that's the exciting part of like us seeing that at the
Yeah.
charging station.
Yeah.
Um,
Or in 25 years when it's on the show field. And
Yeah.
it was.
my favorite part of Car Week,
Crazy. Oh, yeah,
and I know it's cliche, but In and Out.
yeah. the car show in and out.
Because I
I
love
love
that style
Yeah.
of cheeseburger, and I love In and Out, like the toasted bun. And then, but we saw what powder blue 918.
Yep.
Mhm.
LFA.
Next to a red
We saw
LFA.
Supercar Ron's
Yeah.
LFA.
Mm.
Traffic
The RS4,
Gray
RS6.
G80, which we thought was like the cool paint in
True.
the color, or
Yep.
cool paint in the parking lot at the time we saw it, until we saw the blue Chiron pull
Mhm.
in the next day
Oh
when
my
we were
God,
getting
yeah.
lunch. Blue
Blue carbon
I'm sorry, not
Chiron.
blue carbon Chiron.
Yep.
What else do we see there? I mean, just like tons of the purple RS4. I still don't think it was an RS4 wagon because the body panels look too big, but
Hey, we got
it
no
wasn't an
footage for that.
RS6.
Mm-mm.
It wasn't a US spec RS6.
Yeah.
I know that it was too small for that, but that
Could it have been in just an S4 wagon?
it
An
just-
S6 wagon?
I don't know Audis well enough.
What generation was it? Was it
See,
this?
we're
I
gonna
feel like
go
it was
all
like
night.
a.
We're gonna go all night with
It'd
this.
be like
Yeah.
if-
We'll
yeah,
find it
would
eventually.
be
He
like
was there.
C7 wagon,
Yeah.
if that maybe, but I
In Nagaro
don't
blue.
think no, it was purple. It was Merlin purple.
It was
Because that was the
purple.
one we
It
saw. I'm like,
was.
oh, that you were like, oh, it's an Audi wagon. And I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
and Merlin purple, like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah.
The 6x6 pulled in at one point, right?
I think he tried to pull in. I don't.
And there was no parking, and he left.
I think he drove by.
We saw how many R34 GTRs?
Oh my God. We followed that one.
We kept seeing the blue one
We saw
everywhere.
as many as Cali money could
Caramel.
afford.
Yeah. Yeah.
But apparently there was 2 murdered out
Yep.
ones.
Yep.
Kazumi shot those,
Yep.
and then we
Oh,
saw
yeah.
Several blue ones, several
Yeah.
black ones. We saw a white one.
Yep.
We're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
As soon as they made them legal, they're like, oh, yep. Whoever's got 100 G's plus, let's
Right.
go get
Bring
them.
him in.
Wow,
Yeah.
that was dope. Let's see what else.
The
it was- I mean,
Remac launching it from the light. That's probably my favorite
Oh, yeah.
moment.
I wish we had a
I
video
wish
of that.
so,
'cause
too.
I think we
So-
just
Oh,
left
from
in
the
and out.
light. Okay.
When we were going to
where-
pizza.
To Broadway.
I forget what was it. It was like probably midway through the week, or maybe the second night, or
yeah, it was
something
early-
like that.
it was early
It was
on.
earlier.
Yeah.
We come pulling up to a light in the rental, and it's a 3-lane wide light.
With
And
us
we're-
in the turn lane.
We're in the far right turn lane, and like as we're screeching up to the red line, Sam he was like, "Whoa! Did anybody else see that?" And we're like, "What are you talking about?" And he goes, "The car that's on the other side." I think it was like a Honda Pilot beside
Yeah.
us. He was like, "The car
Like an
that's on
SUV.
the other side of this SUV is wild
Yep.
looking." And as he says that, the light drops green,
And
it just like an electronic surge just.
It was.
lightning bolt.
It was
Mhm.
the car was at the next stoplight
Yeah.
before we realized
What
what
it
was
was.
happening.
Yeah.
Like
As I
and it
said,
was
like-
it was the dark green Rimac
Yeah.
Navara.
Yeah.
Man, it was fast.
If I did
It was
not know
what-
he was in
and
traffic,
You could tell
I would never
that
believe he was
time
at a stop.
He had it in launch mode. There's got to be different torque modes because
yeah.
he had it in launch to where it
it gripped.
sent itself and gripped.
Mhm.
Because when they pulled into Exotics on Broadway,
Oh, yeah.
he
He lit the tires up. Easy peasy.
lit it
vaporized the tires.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, just all the torque to the rear.
Yeah.
Go.
I
Yeah.
have a
That
great
was
video of that.
insane.
Yeah.
That might have been my favorite car just for those 2 moments
Yeah.
alone.
And getting
right?
to
And
see
we
him at the
saw-
charging station.
And we where
Skyline Drive.
Technical
Yeah.
difficulties
I-
number 2.
I had to look at like back at the
Let's
geotag
try
for my
this one
photos
more
to
time.
remember it because
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know where that was.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite parts
Favorite
of
thing.
who we got left? Me
We
and
got
you?
Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me
Right,
and
yeah.
The Sarah, in and out.
Yeah, Skyline Drive, the overpass that we were at.
Yeah, so-
We kind of driven under it, I think, a couple times back and forth. And McKeever was like, "Well, we could figure out how to get up to the top of that bridge."
Oh, look, there's a bridge.
Yeah, there's a bridge. We can get up there. I thought it was a train trestle at first, but we found some back roads to get up to the top of that bridge. And the fog was rolling in. It was just like the weather was
right
perfect.
at like twilight
The-
hour, too.
The location itself at the worst possible photo conditions was still just like a wow kind of.
Would have been
Mhm.
amazing.
You could go to there to take photos. I could set a lawn chair on the hillside and just
Oh yeah.
Oh,
watch
yeah.
average traffic, or
Mhm.
every once in a while, oh, look at that Carrera that drove past. Like,
Yeah.
it was just a really serene, pretty, but also at the hour we went, ooky spooky location.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
fog rolling
Fog
in. It
coming
was
in.
like, there's an axe murderer about
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
come around
Right.
this corner. Like, it was
was-
cool.
I
It
did
was
almost
like-
get run over by a Cayenne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zooming.
It's fine.
That whole like little photo session we had up there,
That was
getting to
super
see
cool.
all the cars driving under that, and just seeing the coastline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being,
That
being
the
from North
West Coast
Carolina,
is just-
native, going to the other coast, being able to see.
The picture you got, the Raptor coming through with
Oh,
the
yeah.
little like old tin
Oh.
camper kind of thing.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
not tin, not the silver, but like an old just kind of ratty
Yep.
camper. That
Yep.
picture
Mm.
was just like
Oh, beautiful.
It's like you said, growing up on the East Coast, you go on the West Coast, and
And
like,
it's-
this is still our country.
yeah, it's such a
Like,
different.
This is what
different
I've been
place.
missing out on. Like,
Yeah.
it's so
The
cool.
light hits differently.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely hits different because I got fried.
the light alone hits different, but it's you're near to like a different atmospheric like
Mhm.
cloud.
Mm.
Yeah.
For one.
Yeah.
But then that like what's his face? Sean No Diddy that we met at the airport. in
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, just wait till that cloud hits at
Yep.
45.5.
Yep.
And I'm like, what's he talking about?
Mm.
And then the fog clouds start
Yep.
rolling in late afternoon.
Yep.
And at one point, depending on where you're at in the city or the town,
Yeah, it's dark. You
all
can't
you
see
can
anything.
see is where you're standing.
Yep.
If
Yeah.
that, like, it's
And then an
That
hour
was so
later, it's
trippy.
like
or you drive
it's
2
blue
miles
skies.
away.
Like,
Yeah.
fog.
how's it?
Oh,
Yeah,
That
it
was
ma-
so
it
makes
made
beautiful.
sense.
it was
Yeah.
your camera's like, oh, okay, let's take pictures.
Like,
Like
Yeah.
that over. It's like because around
Perfect
here you
shooting
either get
conditions.
like rained on or overcast,
Yeah.
which the people who live here think overcast, like, the weather's not good. Like, no, my camera does great in that atmosphere. That's when we need to shoot.
Yeah.
No, they want to go out at 1:32 here when the sun is just like,
with a bright red car.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
like, yeah. But there, it was like
It
almost
works
like
all
you
day.
had full protection. Even during the brightest today, we shot when you guys went on the Polestar 2 test drive.
Mhm.
We shot the Mercy, the gated one.
It was a little harsh.
Verde Ithaca or Verde Ithma, whatever it is. In
I think it's Ithaca on that.
in direct
Yeah.
sunlight is a little
Yeah.
harsh to
Yeah,
photograph.
for
Because
sure.
we both were looking at our photos like, but
They didn't
other
really
than that,
turn out great.
perfect overcast cloud, the weather,
Yeah.
t-shirt and jeans
Mhm.
at night, hoodie and jeans.
That was so nice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
We get that for a fraction here.
Right?
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah,
Right.
we get a week and then it's freezing cold.
Yeah.
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 My favorite part, man, and I'm glad you guys wanted to come with on this, is going to see Edith.
That was cool.
Edith
yeah.
is
That
a
was
world
super cool.
record breaking 911 that came off the assembly line, and then the Porsche Skunk Works
Frankenstein.
division
Yep.
literally Frankenstein it through
That's a moon rover.
the books added to make
Yeah.
it an off-road buggy because they
Yep.
wanted to attempt the highest elevation drive by any car.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Your favorite part? What was your favorite part of that evening? That
being in that
viewing.
room,
the viewing.
being in that room, me
Being
as a
second row.
filmmaker and looking around and looking who was in there.
Yeah.
Just makes
the
me
big
feel
wigs
cool.
From
Yeah.
Porsche.
Yeah.
The guy
Yeah,
that was announcing, I
yeah.
was like,
Yep.
we got a good seat.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
Your favorite part?
I mean, just getting to see it. Seeing a car that normally is, lowered on some nice wheels, whatever, ripping around
At its minimum.
back roads, like, or a racetrack, if that, being completely overhauled on bigger tires than what's on my truck.
Long travel suspension.
Yeah, everything just done up, just to the max. Not
You know-
just
you know
just
what
like,
six-
oh yeah,
Stick shift.
Mm-mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and he talked about
Yeah,
it. He
they
was like,
still left it
anytime
stick
I
shift.
wasn't touching that throttle.
Brakes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Like,
wild.
The inclines that they were going up were insane. Otherworldly. I thought
Yeah.
San Francisco had some
Right.
steep hills when we were in there,
Right.
and those were nothing in comparison to
No.
what that car was
Mhm.
just ripping up.
Mhm.
I think my two favorite things, it has to be a two-part from the Edith premiere, was, for one, that video still isn't out,
Yeah.
Right.
but we saw it.
Yep.
Like,
That was
that was
cool.
the premiere.
That was a cool.
Yeah.
That was really cool. Like cool.
They said
feeling.
that the
Like
crew
you said,
hadn't
we-
even seen it yet.
Yeah.
We sat behind Porsche executive. Like it was
Yeah.
just a
Jeff
very
Schwartz
like.
was there.
our-
All of Tangent Vector's team was there.
Mhm.
Like
It was a
it was a
very
really cool experience.
Should we be here experience?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, it's
it
intimate.
just kind of felt like that. It was nice. The flick was nice. Everything. The voiceovers, the production, the capture, everything.
Mm.
My second favorite part from that was like, I think it was probably like a third of the way, maybe halfway into the documentary, when they're talking about like, all right, so we did this and we did that and we went to Porsche and we're like, hey, we're trying to do this. And they're like, all right, we support you. Can it be done? And they're like, well, technically we did it last year. We just didn't break the record.
Yeah.
Like that part of the movie was so funny and like amazing to me. Like
They're like,
oh,
yeah, you can do it again. Here's some more money.
well, we've
Yep.
been there. We just didn't
Yeah.
get. We didn't break the record. Like that was awesome.
and
It's
then
like
they
they get a
asked
little more
again.
funding.
But we
That
won't
was
spoil it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys can watch it when it comes out.
That'll be
Um,
that'll be something I'll watch like a good
Oh, a
5
million
or
times
70
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, I'll watch that again for
Yeah,
sure.
for what, like
for sure.
yeah.
Shout
was a
out.
nice like
And we all got
Titanic
hats.
documentary, but for a
Mhm.
Porsche going up a mountain, a volcano
We all got hats.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stickers
And stickers.
hats,
That was
little-
super
little
cool.
poster card.
Shout out
Yeah, it
to
was fun.
Mark for letting me know about this.
Yeah. Shout out.
Because I didn't know about it.
What is it?
I
At
didn't
Mark
see.
Mark.
Cubano, I think
Yeah.
it is. I'll put it up on the screen. What's something you would do better for next year? What's something that you personally or just in general? Because we planned pretty. I mean, all of our days were pretty packed, smacked.
Sleep in a hazmat suit because apparently something I touched gave me a rash on my back, my legs, and my arm. The arm's gone. The back's still there, but other than that, it was nice. I would do
It's
this.
nice.
I would
It's
honestly
nice.
do the same everything. There was nothing.
We were
that was
talking just
like-
We need
Closer
closer.
house.
Yeah.
You
I've
know,
already
we just
looked at
need to
houses
spend
for
a little
next
more
year.
and get a lot closer. 'Cause
Yeah.
that really
That was rough.
it took 2 hours out of our day.
Mm-hmm.
Plus a better charging
that
car.
one, this one.
All their lives.
If you got 4 people on a vacation, don't ever, as a photographer, rent a Polestar 2. Because
Yeah.
the window in the rear only goes down like how much, Sam? Show him. Show him.
Yeah, maybe
Like,
like that
it was
much.
there.
That
You could
much.
barely get the camera out of the
Yeah,
car.
yeah. You had
I
to,
saw
like,
Travis climb out the car twice, and I didn't know how he did it with a break glass.
I think I fractured a rib. It hurt so bad
Oh,
coming back in the
man.
car. And every time, even if you didn't go out the car, you'd stick your hand out and get
Yeah.
the pictures. When you came back in,
Oh, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You hit the glass with
Yeah.
your wrist or the camera.
Yeah.
At least
One
he
way.
didn't drop anything.
other than
Yeah.
that, I have no complaint. I want to go to the aquarium, but we're time.
Yeah,
we're
we
just
had no-
We
we're
saw the
going.
time
Again,
crunch. It was crazy.
if
We
we
barely
had
made it
been
to the beach.
closer,
Yeah.
Barely made it
We
to the
barely-
jacuzzi.
yeah.
Like, it was.
No, I think for me, I would probably focus running one camera at a time because I was
learned
looking
that
back
too.
through,
Yeah.
like I was trying to shoot
Yeah.
on my camera,
Yeah.
and I was trying to get video clips on my Osmo,
Yeah.
and it kind of
You didn't get one thing.
And the
because you
film
tried to get
camera.
everything.
I missed,
Yeah.
Yep.
and the film
Been
camera
there,
as
done
well.
that.
I
It's
missed
so
a few
hard.
shots because I was focusing with one over the other. So I think
Especially doing it run and gun. It's
Yeah,
not planned
yeah.
shoots where you
Yeah.
can use
No,
multiple
yeah.
Yeah.
cameras.
It wasn't okay. I'll think about
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
At so and so, I'll use this.
Mhm.
No, every time we
No.
we
There's
would
50,000
show up
people
somewhere
around you
and
at all
stop,
points
and then
in
all of a
time.
sudden,
Mhm.
oh, there's about to be $30 million worth of cars to drive
Yeah.
by.
Yeah.
So figure out when to shoot.
it was
and
it was
ready
trying to
with
get
it. Like,
content of both forms, photo and video, and I think
Mhm.
it's more like a okay, hey, I'll let you shoot film, and I'll shoot the videos stuff. One way
I
or
think
another.
with being there, with being a lot closer to Monterey, all that's going to be fixed
yeah,
I'd say
true.
so.
because you can slow it down just a little bit.
I
And
think
we get
not
more
as
sleep
rushed.
at night.
Yeah.
Between now and next year, we need to figure out some great mount points for GoPros like I
Mhm.
have and your
Mhm.
360. Whether
Mhm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
I'll wear a construction helmet with it on because you imagine the interaction
Yeah.
video you'd get when
Yeah.
I like talk to Magnus
Yeah.
or John or
Or like what Stu
Stefan,
has,
or
where it's clipped right here.
Who,
on his,
who all
like,
did he take
backpack.
pictures with?
Val-
Magnus.
Magnus, Aaron Paul, Stefan Winkelman, Valentino Balboni,
Mhm.
Matt Farah.
John Tamarian,
Matt Farah.
Matt Farah. I think I got 6 photos that day.
Okay.
But yeah, imagine the
Yeah.
interaction photo, especially
Magnus
Wow.
telling you he
when
liked his
Magnus is like,
shirt.
oh, I love
Yeah.
your shirt. I was like,
Yeah. I was trying to. Yeah, right. We didn't even we didn't even mention we went to Laguna Seca.
Yeah,
Like we saw a lot of these crazy
Climbed.
cars. Oh, do
We
not
climbed-
ever! Oh
we
my
climbed
god! I did
Brown
not know
Mount
Laguna,
Everest.
Yes, Laguna Seca has Mount Everest Junior,
Yep. That was a lot.
and there's no way
Oh.
around it. I mean, I guess you
There's
can
a
make
shuttle.
you can
There's
make it
a
with
shuttle.
I know there's
Bro.
some locals that live there and shoot there all day. Look,
I
oh,
like
you
to
guys
go
are rents.
hiking. That was a high.
I'm daily active, and
I need to see
it
what my heart rate
wore my
was. Yeah, it
butt
was.
out.
Yep.
I had to stop like
Insane.
3 or 4
That was
times. to
tough.
let my
Insane.
calves stopped burning. Like,
I got to the point where I was like, I'm not gonna look up. It's just gonna make it worse. And then I'm like, I have to. Where's the end of this? Like,
But when you get to the top, you
Yeah, it
get
was
to-
cool.
You get to that
Corkscrew.
corkscrew.
that drop cork.
It's worth it. You
It
just have to
was
stay there for
worth
an
it.
hour. It's worth it.
You see
You gotta commit. to it.
Saline S7 race car ripping through it.
Yeah.
The Porsche race cars, the Audi that was dude, that Audi was whipping through there.
Yes,
like
it
all the
was.
different everything. Like
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
No,
Laguna
so
they
Seca.
made the
Awesome.
hike worth it.
That was
I do wish I had a dirt bike, but
Right.
or like a
Right.
rocket.
Yeah, that would help. A
Mhm.
jetpack.
Yeah.
Jetpack would be nice.
next year I think
Next year, hopefully, we'll have a couple more people. We'll have
that's
Mark. We'll
you
have Alex.
beat me to it. I was about to say next year. I
Not
think
too many
maybe
more.
a few more on the
Not too many
crew.
more.
That's why I
Some
said
different
several.
rentals,
A few.
like
Few.
yeah, a few more on the crew would be
yeah.
so much.
That's it.
It's just better. It's better with the homies.
Mhm.
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
you can't beat it.
Mm-hmm.
So
No. So, especially with the homies, let's do more of these, and we'll have more guests come on, and maybe next time you won't see all four of us. We'll substitute another person in, another two people in.
Yeah.
We'll just talk some more stuff. So,
Yeah.
about to take a.
I already got a list
vacation.
of people that were like, "Yo, I want to be on the next one."
Oh.
So we got people.
Just
Sweet.
'cause I
So
want
let's
to
find cool
feel
locations.
cool. My cool driving the Polestar through the
Yeah.
canyons. We can add that in.
Oh, we were
Yeah.
watching those clips.
Yeah.
Yep.
We could fill in
Yeah.
my spot on the next one because I'm about to take a vacation to Alcatraz.
Hey.
What? I'm lost.
Good night, y'all.
Yeah, good night.
McKeever will be here on the next one.
That's all this road is.
Go ahead, Joe. Push.
I forgot this is rear wheel drive.